always depends what universe you have, of course.
I mean, they're all lumped under fiends.
We don't
That'd be some
really.
interesting flavor for divine sense. Just whenever it's specifically one type of that you sense, you just break out into a sneezing fit.
I mean, divine sense does make it where you smell evil stuff
Noxious odor.
as it's a noxious odor, so yeah, it definitely does work. It's like, ah, yes, I sense the bad juju stuff nearby. Breaks out in hives. Crap.
Just gets two really large whelps on the top of his head. Ah, yes, devil.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
Hmm.
Apparently, son, they're making a new manga for the Brave franchise.
Ooh,
Brave.
is that the one that got that Netflix adaptation?
No.
Oh, okay,
It's basically Sunrise and Takara teamed up in the early to late 90s,
okay.
made a series of shows that were all called Brave something or other.
Oh, okay.
And some of it is very well remembered, especially Gal Gaigar.
Oh no.
You recently bought a model for that, didn't you?
Hmm.
Yes, it was a good model. The hands were kind of finicky because, RG hands, even big ones,
Yeah.
not the greatest. They'd be a lot better if they just had like pre-made hands with actual metal parts and stuff in them. That'd probably be a lot better.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind an aerial kit, but I can't do that now.
There's a lot of good ones.
Yeah, but it's called new vehicle and truck currently getting repaired, which I've yet to get a call back, so no idea what's happening.
True. Oh well.
Ooh,
I at least have a way to get to work, so that's all good. Anyways, hello everyone, and welcome back to the stream. I am Epi, and we are joined here with Kyo, Mesa Space, and some guy or Sume.
Hello.
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 We are here after 10,000 years for
We're free.
Strixhaven.
No, wait, that wasn't what you were referencing.
We haven't played since May 6th.
Yep.
Woof. Anyways, I am Evia, and I am joined by people I had just introduced. Hope everybody is having a good week. I had an okay one. It's hot, it's sweaty. I worked overtime yesterday and then fell asleep by
Mhm.
FF14 because waiting for fates is a long, boring process. But you know what? I need those hunt seals in ARR because I'm a masochist. How about you guys? Hope your week has been good.
All right.
I bought Clip Studio Paint, thought I would start drawing something, and spent an hour to figure out why I can rotate it counterclockwise, my canvas counterclockwise, but not clockwise. So no, I did not draw.
Um, minute.
Mouth pain
But
has become
otherwise
mad.
fine. Hmm?
Mouth pain is now manageable.
Oh, right. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that why we couldn't do DOS 2 last Sunday?
DOS 2 last Sunday.
Which
Yeah, I think you said you
I
had.
for yeah, I'd forgotten that I promised to come to one of my friend's cookouts.
Yeah, it's fine. Will we
Reunited
do
with a lot of old friends.
Will we do it tomorrow? Who knows?
We'll find out tomorrow, probably.
Anyways, let's get to it, shall we?
Hmm.
Alrighty, big recap. We started the new school year, year 3. Hooray! 3rd years. You guys are juniors. You have
Hey.
learned that this year is the Magister's Masquerade. You have all been invited. Ika, on the other hand, was asked to the dance by Aurora, the lovely Dampier that he has a massive crush on. Where's my library background music?
I didn't do anything with it.
There it is. And they enjoyed the reception, and they have learned that. Well, they didn't learn much, but they have. Joseph was called out by Rosie to have a duel at Fury Gale. Can you guys hear the music? Because I can't.
Yep.
Yes.
Pretty quiet on my end, but then again, I have the game volume turned down a little bit. Okay, yeah, now I hear it.
There we go.
Continue.
So Joseph, begrudgingly, went to Fury Gale, proceeded to have a duel with Rosie, who then the party was attacked by a invisible Oni after really rough fights, losing 2 panthers and a badger, or some other creature that Eco summoned with the Great Bag of Tricks, to the Oni, and Rosie being very wounded after shouting herself hoarse and airing her grievances towards Yosef. The party is. I'm assuming you guys are rushing to the infirmary now, and that's where we will be picking up.
Yes.
I will say that Rosie's condition is stable. She's not dying, but she is missing an arm.
Stay with us, Rosie.
Considering the fact that the Oni literally picked her up and chomped down.
Snack.
Yeah, I went Vision of Escaflowne on her.
Yosef looks absolutely terrified.
Oh, and Eco turned into a potted plant.
How could I have forgotten that?
I guess it just didn't take root in your memory.
Yeah.
Ba-da-da-da-da. Wait, hang on.
Hey, I've had my chlorophyll of you today.
There we go.
You have a dangerous power.
I don't know. I don't know if chat heard it, but there we go. Yes, Kyo.
I will take a leave now.
All right, and that's it.
I'm wondering where this animosity stems from.
Cock's a gun. All right then. So the 3 of you are rushing Rosie to the infirmary. And
Would you
head
say our
on.
path to the infirmary is particularly crowded, or anything like that?
It's night, so no, it's pretty empty.
All right. Well, on our way to the infirmary, Gulliver would be absolutely using thaumaturgy with his best projecting voice.
Oh no.
We need medical attention.
In here, I thought you'd just make an ambulance siren.
I like that better, but
Just imagine that.
can I
Wee.
can I roll performance to see how well of an ambulance noise I make?
I mean, oh, good
Reindeer
lord.
Joseph is having an existential crisis.
Wee.
You're going to wake so many people up.
Yep.
Good. I hope she's embarrassed.
Who's embarrassed?
Rosie.
You don't even know what an ambulance siren is.
Yeah, I know.
So I
It's
want
funnier that way.
Wee woo. I guess.
Just wee woo, wee woo. Someone approaches. Wee woo, wee woo.
Just in his face. Didn't you hear? Wee woo.
Alright, I will take that you're yelling that you need medical assistance down the hall.
Perfect.
Oh boy.
Ultimately, just trying to reach out to anyone that could really help. If need be, there was also that thing. I didn't actually pull up those notes.
I just realized that if Rosie died, she would have went into the ring of mind shielding.
Oh no.
Would she? I thought you had to be attuned to it.
Oh. Oh well.
Not just any random thing that dies, or it'd be full already.
I'm going to let you guys know this. I am like really exhausted right now. I honestly might take a nap after this session is over.
Mm-hmm.
The ring of mind shielding just has a little sign saying closed because it's overfilled.
No, it just has like an occupied slider.
Just
Alright.
red.
Unfortunately, no one's. Unfortunately for you, but fortunately for them, no one seems to wake up from you shouting super loudly. But you do make it to the infirmary, and you do notice that the lights are indeed on. Do you guys open the door?
Yep, entering the room with most expedience, Gulliver would project, "We need medical attention."
I didn't know you knew Expeditious Retreat. Hey. Inside you do see a human woman. You recognize her as Dean Lisette, the Dean of the Root from Witherbloom, Professor
Ooh.
of Growth. Awesome, spelled her name properly.
Ah, I did
you,
not from guessing.
You did know that. You do know, because at this point, you guys are third years. You pretty much know as much as I do about the teachers at this point. Because why wouldn't you? She is a world-class healer, and there were rumors that she cured one of the founder dragons of Lorehold of a secret illness. Oh
I'm not sure.
God, I have no idea how to talk in that way.
Mm.
How to speak in colorful metaphors.
Well,
Yes, Sume.
I don't think there's any general advice I can give with that, since it depends a lot on what exactly you want to say.
Yep. Lizette notices you.
I don't know if Yosef is carrying her, or
That depends. Who's carrying Rosie?
Yosef wouldn't insist it, but he would have.
We
Picked
just
her up.
left her there. I forgot about
He would have picked her up,
Yeah, I think
but he
that
wouldn't
he
have
was.
insisted if, say, Gulliver wanted to take her.
I think that you were closest to her after the fight, so I think out of your feeling of obligation, you would have scooped her up pretty quickly there.
I think might have been holding her at the end of the fight, honestly.
Yeah, quite possibly.
But he wouldn't have resisted if one of you wanted to take.
No, I think we're good with you carrying her.
Help her. Blue, invisible thing. It, her arm, please.
Yes, yes, just get her to the bed and we'll patch her up real quick like. What is a missing arm after all?
But a scratch.
Your arm's off.
Yeah, just slap her
It
cheek
was a
and it'll be
reference.
fine.
It is a flesh wound.
Yes, exactly.
I'm invincible! Sad no one said you were loony.
Yusuf puts her down and steps back. He's clearly shaking a bit.
Alright. Now, if you'd be so kind as to head back to your rooms, you can. I will work my magic on her to bring her back.
Yusuf hesitates a little bit, but he's gonna obey.
Very well then.
Gulliver,
Then
you've worked with this person before with curing
I
colds with your lay on hands.
sure
You
did.
you know that she's fantastic. Rosie's in good hands.
We can leave her in her will. I can't talk today. Exceptional hands.
Yusuf nods quietly and lets Gulliver sort of push him back to his room.
And before I forget, I do believe that these are yours. As he starts kind of rifling through his bag, giving you your bag of. Well, has your bag of holding. He'd just hand you over your bag of holding with your lore hold primer and your luck stone.
Basically, Yosef, all your equipment is now back.
Yep, everything that we peeled off for that duel.
He's not going to bother putting it on right now, but he'll take it.
Understandably so.
Alright, guys, as you go back to the dorms, do you guys want to recount the events of what happened? The fact of students mysteriously passing out. Rosie being far more angrily aggressive than normal. And the fact of a giant blue invisible being that almost killed some people.
Yusuf really isn't speaking, so it'd be up to Gulliver and Eco to tell.
Oh boy. It appears there was an.
I'm just going to say this. There's no
Yep.
need to incite Yosef for this.
Mm.
If that's okay with you, Sume.
It's fine.
There's no what?
Need to incite him.
Okay. Appears that a bunch of the students were using an area for unsanctioned duels. Creature that I'd never quite seen before had to ambush us, utilizing your invisibility. Took a big chunk out of one of our classmates.
Literally.
Something very strange is afoot.
Yosef makes squeamish noises.
Mm,
Eco, any things to add?
Just as I had a perfect plan, it turned me into plant. I am salty.
mm.
And formerly full of chloroplasts.
That
Yes, she
too.
is.
Also, my poor pets, my babies. I just murdered them in one stroke.
Oh yeah,
He'll be
there
back
are
tomorrow.
there are ice statues that are hollow, which is honestly really cool.
Pity they'll melt in the morning.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than that, that was a shit show.
Mm.
Did any of the magic actually go wild? I know you had us rolling while we were there.
The plant?
The
Yeah,
plant?
only one did.
It had seemed very much so that the magic performed there was unstable by some means. After all, I'm pretty certain you didn't purposely turn into a plant.
Just giving Gulliver a bit of a. Are you fucking kidding me? Look.
No! I totally
Of
did it
course
on
I
purpose.
did.
Of course I
I
did.
mean,
Oh, are you bluffing right now? Are you actually trying to bluff me?
no, my voice is dripping with sarcasm. As I said, I had the perfect plan. It was turning into a plant. Of course. Who
I,
wouldn't have thought about that?
I fail to see the logic in that.
Are you serious?
I think this is actually Gulliver's first exposure to sarcasm.
Professional.
Fantastic.
Just cocks ahead. Ego.
I love how Eco is basically becoming me when I get too excited or exasperated, and I'm just like, going all high pitched and whatnot.
If Gulliver's face could have.
I mean, he is a bird. I'm guessing he has more of a higher voice.
Oh yeah, you
Mhm.
want to be squawking? You can be squawking.
Just,
Well, that's a parrot. They're more of a falcon,
Yeah,
so it's more of a screech.
more of a scree scraw.
I'm not screeching into this microphone right
Yep,
now.
Please no.
appreciate it.
Or should I?
I had to turn you down before the stream started, so my ears didn't get blown out.
Just Gulliver a
So,
little bit and thought has a finger to his mouth. Eco equals plant magic as well.
Iko's just putting his head into his winged,
I
feathered,
mean,
clawed fingers.
Talons.
Yeah, exactly.
if Eco changed subclass to Nature Cleric, would we even notice?
Mm,
What you mean? I mean, I wanted to make a druid, but I confused the classes, so now we have a cleric.
ah,
Yeah, yeah.
the game read your intent.
No,
Well,
no.
maybe in the next game you could be a druid.
Yeah, one day.
Or
Druids are
maybe
really difficult to manage for newer
you
players.
got to know a lot of the rules to be a really good druid.
Mm.
And a lot of things to manage.
I just wanted to be a druid. I never said I wanted to be a good one.
That's You
Fair.
know what? That's
Yep.
fair.
Fair,
That is completely fair. That sounds
but I'm sure I
funny.
could make you a good druid.
I already have a character in mind that it's not gonna be a good druid. It's just by default. No matter how much I know about the game, but
I
anyways.
foresee a wildfire druid. His solution is just burn everything.
Mm.
Nah.
They also smoke all the time. Like, just they smoke.
Man, you're giving me such good ideas. But no. On the other
Alright.
hand, can Eco start smoking with clergy?
Do any of
Just
you talk to Yosef at this point of time? Because he has been very characteristically silent, but uncharacteristically making squeamish noises.
Just Gulliver rests a hand on his shoulder. How are you holding up, Yosef?
Uh, I'm not too badly hurt.
Glad to hear. That took a lot of courage back there. You jumped to protect Rosie.
He looks down at that. And doesn't say anything.
I have more respect for you than I ever had.
Okay.
Anything to add, Eco?
you did your best. So, and on the other hand, she didn't die. So, and none of us died. That's good,
Yeah.
I think. So, you did great out there. Don't put yourself down that much. Stop it. Threatening, threatening, opening the eyes. Stop it. No, no. We don't want to scare him. Yet.
Yet.
Oh, you also remember that Rosie was healing all those things at Yosef.
Hmm.
Which has been so long, I barely remember what I was yelling.
You were yelling?
Oh yeah, I was full
Yeah.
blown
Oh
shouting.
ho, yeah.
Yeah, my memory is terrible.
It was about how passive he was, not showing enough backbone, this and that, and the
Yep.
Ah,
other.
right. Thank you.
Pretty much.
Hmm.
I should have
Basically,
rewatched.
Yosef, stop being Yosef.
I should have rewatched that episode.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, and in the process, you found out who your patron is, Yosef.
Hmm. Indeed.
Yeah, Oberon, the faking.
On a lighter note, did anyone put any thought into what they're going to wear to the Magister's Masquerade?
Oh
I,
shit, that happens too.
I don't know.
Flash cuts to Aurora asking Eco to it.
Yup.
If a bird could visibly sweat.
Just
Exactly. Like he just has that one big drop next to his head. Just like the blue lines.
His feathers do the Miyazaki hair.
Eyes dilate.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep. Who apparently has a new movie coming?
It's quote unquote last one, which just came out last Friday. But they don't want to talk about it at all.
That could either be good or bad.
I think it's very intentional, so I think I'll honor that and just stay completely blind to whatever it is.
Yeah, so
Let's get back to this.
Mhm.
Alright, at this point I say that you guys have made it to your dorms. You have laid down to rest. Some probably better than others. I'll say that you all get a long rest. Yosef,
Actually,
I'm
Oh,
sure he will choose not to have one.
I'm debating if I want to make a save or just not have one. think I'll make a Constitution save. If it's
Huh.
high, he'll end up staying up worrying. If it's low, he'll fall asleep.
What's your definition of high and what's your definition of low?
High would be above 10, I think.
Hmm.
Okay. Natural 1.
Whoa.
He just opens the door and falls over.
He probably sleeps in a chair or something. Not a good sleep, but it's enough to count as a long rest, technically.
Yep.
Upside down.
Inside out.
It meant he slept in a chair upside down.
That would be impressive. Especially for
I
someone
mean, that's how I read sometimes. Some books were read like that.
Just a rocking chair in the corner somewhere. He's just lightly petting the luckstone.
Alright, all 3 of you go to sleep. Some better than others, some not as good. Some who are just happy to be there. Or have
I
no
mean-
strong feelings one way or another.
Are any of us happy right now?
I am achieving the goal I set out to. Go to
I'm
school.
salty, but otherwise, eh.
Salty
One-
plant.
Exactly. One night's rest and I'll be fine.
Alright, all of you get full 8 hours, so spells come back, abilities
Oh,
come
right.
back, HP comes back, lay on hands come back,
Yeah.
smite slots come back.
Divine Sense comes back.
Turns out I apparently didn't use much of anything on this, except for spells.
Mhm.
Crossbow
And
bolts
HP.
don't come back.
A lot of HP.
Yep.
Mhm.
And as 3 of you wake up, it is time for class! Or would you like to go to the infirmary first to see Rosie's status?
Yusuf definitely is. Even if there's a strong chance he'll be late for class.
How about
Well-
skipping class?
Gulliver would feel inclined to.
He might.
Still debating if skipping class is an option.
Skipping class is an option, yes.
For him, I mean.
Oh,
He might. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I would say it would not be out of character for him to do so.
Nope, it's absolutely not. And he kind of wants to sleep in. But well, he lays back down, but just the thought of everything keeps him awake. So in the end, he gets up 5 minutes later, and just
I've had
yeah,
those
like
sleeps.
completely ruffled feathers, not bothering about anything, just drags himself to the infirmary.
Mm.
Can
Alrighty.
birds have eye bags? He does.
I mean,
Alright.
some have eye packs.
As the 3 of you
Bigger ones.
congregate in front of the infirmary, Yosef, how do you look and feel?
He looks like he didn't sleep much, though he doesn't have particularly bad eye bags.
Yosef looks tired, but more or less the same. Eco has the bird version of bedhead, and literally
Yes.
looks like they didn't take off the clothes that they wore yesterday.
No, he didn't. He's just barely standing. It's like reaching into his pocket and summon it! The grey bag of tricks.
Gulliver's head today is shining. You get the very distinct feeling that he freshly shaved it this morning.
not know if this man had a good sleep or a bad sleep. He looks refreshed.
Getting a 4 out of the bag of tricks.
Oh boy. I need to keep having this up, but I keep forgetting to.
You should know that I use this with every chance I get.
Eventually, you'll just learn it, and then someone will get another color bag of tricks.
You summon a boar. My
Yeah.
enemy.
Will do. I'm just slumping halfway over it.
You see, once we collect all the bags, we open a 3-bag circus.
To
That's
be fair,
perfect.
Storm has the 10 bag of tricks.
Mm-hmm.
So I just need my future, maybe druid, to get the last one, and then my characters can go apeshit.
The rest, which kind of a weird one.
You actually see Eco on top of a giant boar. It's not super big, but it's big enough to hold him.
Did you end up naming this one too?
Sleep carriage. That's
Sleep
his
carriage.
name now for this cycle that he is here.
Alright, the infirmary door opens and you see Dean Lizette looking tired. Probably because she was up all night healing someone with extensive wounds and frostbite.
Uh,
Oh, hello, you three. I assume you're
Yes,
here to check on Rosie.
Yusuf nods very hesitantly.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, she's better.
Yusuf winces.
She's not in any danger.
He's entirely not sure how to take that.
And I'm sure she'll be back to normal to her normal plucky self soon. She might be a little bit lighter, but she'll be fine. I have heard some students going around about how if one misses an arm, your cool factor goes up exponentially. Not sure how I feel about that.
Although I don't think that's what women mean when they say they want to lose weight.
Yusuf just almost looks sick now.
Oof.
Like he's not as green as Eco was, but
Mm-hmm. Is she well enough to see people?
She's currently resting. If you come back after classes, I'm sure she'll be up for visitors.
Very well then.
Yusuf will linger even after the other two start leaving. And he'll pull out the luck stone and offer it to the dean. This is hers. She can. Maybe it'll help. I don't. Sorry. I'll go. And then he'll run after the other two.
Dean Lizette looks confused as she was handed a cat headstone. Okay. People are weird.
I mean,
What do you mean?
you're a
There's
teacher in the swamp part of the magic school. I don't think you have room to criticize, dear.
I mean, she just saw a walking, talking Birdman passed out on a boar. Maybe not the weirdest she has seen, but the weirdest she has
Definitely up
seen
there.
for the start of her day.
Some real Astaroth off of Irma-kun vibes there.
It's a coffee kind of morning.
Probably 4 of them.
How much time do we have before class?
You're probably pretty late getting to bed,
Possibly.
so I bet we don't have much. In fact, we may miss the bell.
So we get to the door. Perfect. Just looking up
You
a little bit.
you got to the door to your classes, and right before you pulled it open, your the bell rings.
But I'm not pulling it open. I'm just trying to sit up a little bit and casting thaumaturgy. I'm setting my shit open.
Why you got what thaumaturgic effect do you want, Keen?
Slamming the
Open
door.
all doors and windows.
Yeah. You instantaneously cause an unlocked door or window to fly open as I turn on my board.
All
Like just
right.
putting the head back on there.
The door.
And I imagine it hits Gulliver.
The door
Uh-oh.
slides open really fast.
I
With a
just wanted to
solid
make an
thunk.
entrance.
And the class in Dean Tullis looks at all 3 of you. One of who is just laying out on top of a boar. Some snickering. Dean Tullis, oh, look who has decided to join us for class.
Do excuse our tardiness.
Eco, the boar must stay outside.
But I had a terrible day and a terrible night. I don't want to walk.
That's cool. You can use your wings to fly then.
It's
Even
my
more work.
just Eco. It's my emotional support animal.
This is my suppositional more. Yeah.
Roll deception?
Joseph's just
Alright.
going to very
Let's roll
quietly
deception.
take a seat.
During the commotion. Lovely.
The boar stays outside.
I love how that's the reverse of the con save.
Wow. Wow.
So then, can we leave the door open and I stay on the board outside?
No.
But why? Can you carry me to my
Gulliver,
seat?
pick him up. He has
Go-
hollow bird balloons.
Gulliver
you carry me
slowly
to
turns
my
away
seat?
and then just takes his seat, disinterested in the conversation.
Mr. Eco, please let the boar outside or I'll be forced to put you in the detention bog.
Can you carry me to my place then, please?
No.
I hate it here. Drags himself to his place, slumps down. Yeah.
You seem even less enthusiastic than normal.
You remember the day we had yesterday, right?
Vividly. It was quite perilous.
Mm-hmm.
Dean Tullis walks back to her desk, which you see a orb on top of it. Well, Now that the three late starters are here, I can now go over what we have prepared for today. To resume the lecture. Let's see.
I wonder what kind of check I should make to see if Yosef can actually pay much attention.
It is appears to be a glass orb with roiling blue mist. Ahem. A historian interrogates the stories we tell ourselves about the past, learning how true they are, or otherwise, lectures deem tell us. Only by understanding the truth of the past might we learn lessons applicable to our magic in the present. Take this, for example. The professor holds up the translucent orb. Within it, a coil of green mist endlessly knots around itself. I unearthed this in the Fortress Badlands during a most recent expedition. Its creator and use remain uncertain, but by investigating the reason for its creation, we stand to learn more about those who made it and how their lessons might teach us more about our own magic. Any questions, class?
I'm gonna roll a wisdom check to see how distracted Yosef is,
All right,
if that's all right.
what's the baseline?
10. Let's keep with 10.
Below 10 you're not, above 10 you are?
Below 10, I am distracted. And he is very distracted.
You are. You look like you're paying attention, but you are not paying attention. You are zoned out with thoughts of Rosie.
Indeed.
How about you, Eco? Are you paying attention?
No. They are
Wow.
asleep.
It's tough on
Roll,
you, Joe.
roll for not a.
Wisdom 2 for if I'm no, not wisdom. Wisdom doesn't.
Roll for not asleep.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Constitution
Exactly.
save.
Constitution save. Okay.
Question for you: how close are you?
Oh,
Oh,
how
Despite all
What?
reasoning, you are still awake and you cannot fall asleep in this class for some reason. And you
The
hate it.
just
the
keeps
orb
looking.
is just really interesting.
You
It
ponder
shows
upon
us-
the orb.
Like you just
You
have the
must
instinct that you want
drive
to take it.
right, I must have it for my nest.
You want
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Eco has thoughts of taking the orb?
Oh,
What? No, why do I? Why is all that I have in my head for Eco today just eat a owl lady? Just when like I'm still looking for the picture to make it turn it into a meme where Ida in escaping expulsion is just sitting there and just presenting the ice globe like this is my boar. Like emotional support boar.
Alright, I know it may have been said as a joke, but is Eco seriously considering maybe taking the orb?
No.
Okay, good.
Good.
Just making sure, because that's a relic that the teacher may not be happy about missing.
I mean, you're welcome to try.
Yeah, you can try. I won't stop you.
you can certainly try.
You can most definitely attempt it. But maybe even Eco isn't that.
Nah. I mean, he's too
Unwise?
busy. He's too busy figuring out why he can't sleep right now.
Alright, how about you, Gulliver? What are you up to for this? Do you have any questions about the orb?
About the orb itself.
Yeah. Dean Tullis is taking questions. If not, we will move on.
Nothing currently comes to mind for him.
Okay then. Dean Tullis wraps her desk. With this, class will be over for today. And do not forget that your first exam is only 2 days away. It will be testing on your knowledge of historical relics and relics use in magic. Do not forget. Have a wonderful day. As Dean Tullis picks up the orb and walks out of the room. And what, guys? By the way, I would say that it's been at least a couple of hours. You now know you have a test in 2 days.
Mm.
Much. Usually, Yosef would fear this, but he's too distracted by other concerns.
I will say at this point, there's a chance that Rosie could be awake.
Seems like this has been on everyone's mind. Shall we reconvene to the nurse's office?
Maybe I shouldn't. She. I don't know.
Is it something that you want to do?
I don't want to make her upset again.
Joseph, you saved her.
She was. It started because I did something. I don't even know what. I just. Sorry. Maybe I should stay away.
Who wants to drag him to the infirmary?
No one?
Iko is not in the doesn't have the constitution right now to drag anyone except for himself.
You somehow
Summon
managed to
another
make,
animal.
You somehow managed to make it on top of your board again.
I'm just dragging my body out of the class and slumping back on my boar.
Are you certain it's not something you will regret at not going to see her?
I don't even know. I really don't.
As you are getting on top of your board, you look up and you see Aurora staring at you.
Falling back off the board.
Flump. Eco, what are you doing?
It's been a long day yesterday. Rosie's in the infirmary. Gulliver has
What?
even bigger depression than usual. I am
Gulliver depressed?
tired.
Gulliver points to himself. I'm depressed.
Oh, sorry. See, yeah. Joseph has bigger depression than usual. And
How can you tell?
Gulliver is weirdly enough just
Neutral.
normal and in pretty good shape.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
Tell my wife I said hello.
Hello.
Hmm.
I don't
The
even know
teacher
where that's
didn't want-
from.
The teacher didn't want me to take the boar into class.
Well, animals, familiar or otherwise, aren't allowed in classrooms. It's understandable. And Rosie is what?
In the infirmary, and she
Why?
missing an arm.
What?
We were
Joseph
planning.
winces every time.
We were
She
planning on
yells.
making a trip to the infirmary to go see how she's doing.
As I said, it's been a long day yesterday.
She puts her hand to her forehead like, oh my god. Alright, could you please start off at the beginning? Why is Rosie in the infirmary and missing an arm?
My fault, I think.
And
Rosie
how
was.
is this your
d-
fault, Yosef?
It's not. He's
She
just blaming himself. As I said, he has bigger depression than usual.
she challenged me to a
A
duel,
witch's
but-
duel.
and I went, and then this big blue thing, and it bit her arm off.
All of a sudden, Yosef looks down and sees that his uniform's a different color. Wait,
It's I don't understand.
I'm
I don't-
kidding. I'm kidding.
Sorry. Maybe I should stay away.
Sorry, that was above game referencing to Witch from Mercury. Because I'm nerd and that has been my brain rot for the past couple of weeks now.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can't just replace Yosef with Yosef 5, so.
Wonder whose betrothed is now that he's the holder. Uh, anyways, why would Rosie challenge you to a duel?
I don't know. She just kept yelling at me, saying I was. I don't even get it.
Oh, I don't think Gulliver would have tact here. Yes, she was saying all manner of things, like calling him spineless, lacking in courage.
I don't know why that upsets her so much, though.
Well, first of all, that doesn't sound like to Rosie either. So that's weird.
Toward the end of the duel, all of us were ambushed by a blue giant that came out of nowhere.
It
Had
was
the ability to
invisible.
turn invisible.
And something made magic go weird.
Weird magic. Did you duel a Fury Gale?
The place people get rid of stuff?
That's Fury Gale, Yosef. That's where all the duels are held that are usually unsupervised by the faculty.
Yosef nods very hesitantly.
So that would explain why the magic went wild. Hopefully nothing serious. Well, you said a giant blue being that was able to turn invisible, yes?
Indeed. It had taken a rather sizable chunk, a bite, if you would, out of Rosie.
She's got no
And that's how she
friggin'
lost her arm.
She rolled a 7. She doesn't know what an Oni is.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Aurora. Her study is more music based.
She's talking to me about that about me not cheating. At least it wasn't
What?
the first time.
I'm confused. What are you talking about?
No, because she rolled a 7 and doesn't know what an oni is.
Hey,
And I said, and
you can go to class and not pay attention to things. I should know.
yeah,
I do that
but
constantly.
she told me not to cheat on tests and was mad at me for cheating.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
What's that
I
have to
mean,
do
if you
with not knowing anything?
Yeah, there's a difference between cheating and just not
yeah,
being
but if
knowledgeable on a
you
subject.
don't know anything and still want good grades, you cheat. Yeah.
Or you could try,
Her focus,
actually study.
her
Mm,
focus is more in the musical department. She's a Chris Mari student.
As are you.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know, but still.
Of course, anyone who actually does work with art knows you never know what's going to actually inspire you.
Yeah.
But moving on.
Oh, actually, she's a Witherbloom student. Rosie being that angrily aggressive does not sound right to me. I don't know what this giant blue creature is. Also, out above game, I'd like to point out that my demonic tiefling has no idea who the Lord of Demons and Devils is.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Especially bad in Faerun because like 90% of tieflings descend from them.
It's great. Drives the artificer nuts. Keep that going.
Dear Father, where art thou?
I confused the demon right before it died, too. That was even better. It's like, what do you mean you don't know who that...
To be fair, things don't get a lot of time to live when the party starts doing stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we do a lot of damage.
And there's 6 of you,
Technically more.
plus friends.
Anyways, I digress. Um,
We doing
Yosef,
that
you
a lot
should go
today.
see her, please. The fact that you are doing this is probably what made her upset in the first place. I'm going to be brutally honest here, and I hope you do not get mad at me for this. Looks at all three of you. Gulliver, you're fine. Eco, you're adorkable and also fine. Though you need some motivation. Yosef, you on the other hand,
I get it. I'm
need some
sorry.
professional counseling help.
I wouldn't want to waste their time.
Why do you think that? What is making you think that you're wasting people's time? Why do you think you're wasting people's time? What are you doing that's making you think you're wasting people's time? I don't understand. This is the DM who's getting frustrated. It's not Aurora, this is me.
Mm,
That would be so funny if it was Aurora, though. Like the second, like I don't understand. This doesn't sound very much like Rosie, but maybe it sounds like me. Why the are you like this?
This is the DM who's getting exasperated
Second
here.
person just shouting at him.
just
This is
Aurora, just a faint. What
sorry
was I
about
saying again?
sorry about that. I apparently was
Just
possessed by by my vampiric spirit and just went a little off on a tangent. Anyways, back to the game.
Alright, now I'm not even sure what's going on.
She's basically asking Yosef why he believes he's wasting people's time. What is causing him to think that? And when in reality he is most likely not. And to explain what he's doing to waste people's time. I'm really putting this horribly into words because I don't understand how to translate my thoughts into words right now.
Neither does Yosef, unfortunately. Uh, I. There's only so much time. Surely there's more important things to do than
And what's more important than
worry about
checking on a
me.
friend who is currently injured?
I don't think we're friends. Looks at card. Yep.
mm,
Or maybe you could patch things up and become friends.
It doesn't seem like it's going that way. Every time I've talked to her the past year, it seems like she gets more and more upset at me.
And what is it you think you're doing to do that?
I don't know. Maybe it's just what I am.
And what are you?
Mm,
Stares.
I think I'm some kind of shifter.
Please roll high. Okay, that was cocked. Okay, need to find her again. Stupidly close to her stats. Alright, modifier. That's a 14. Like a doppelganger?
Uh,
Or a
um,
changeling? Or like a vampire? Or a werewolf? Or a
more
tiger?
like aware something, I think. Uh, but not a tiger or a wolf or a bear or a rat or was there anything else? A boar? Yeah, or a boar.
Oh, I'm glad you're not a boar, because that would be very boorish.
Yosef just blinks.
I hear they tend to be a bit bristly.
I'm
Thank you. I'll
sorry.
be here all night.
I'm sorry. I will not do that constantly.
Mm.
I don't know if chat heard that. Oh man, I'm looking at them. It's just ellipses. I could feel the murderous intent from my mod. Yes, it feeds me.
I'm not sure if the session is serious or silly at this point.
It's a session.
mean-
It's a D&D session. That's what it is.
Your booze can't hurt me. I see what makes you cheer.
Um, and what does you, being a shifter, have to deal with her disliking you?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing or anything. I'm
You're
just.
doing her?
Eh?
We're a couple?
What? Now Yosef
Falls
looks
off the other
entirely.
side of the boar again after getting up and trying to hold back hops.
Yeah, man,
No.
what? Boom.
What is that even? I said I don't know what I am doing to upset her so much. I'm just trying to stay out of people's way and do my best to figure out what I am and what I should be doing. And I still don't have a clue what most of that is.
I think your problem is the fact that you're not interacting with people or things. You want to be out of people's way, but then you have people who want to interact with you, and then you just think that you're being a bother or a pain or annoying them, so you push them away, and in the end, it makes them angry because they want to talk to you and socially interact with you. And the fact that you are not doing that is just making them very frustrated.
I. What?
Puts down the psychologist notes about the DM self. Anyways, that's probably why she's frustrated. And honestly, I can see where she's coming from. You're a good person, Yosef, but the way you are being can make people very annoyed at you.
I'm sorry. So I shouldn't go
Yes,
bother
you
her?
should go. Gulliver here said that you protected her, right? So, as her protector, you should make sure she's fine. If you don't go, looks at Eco, I won't bring him to the dance.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
It just
This
falls off more again, third time, repeat.
Suddenly, Eco is standing upright and pushing Yosef.
Just-
fell off the board again. This day is just getting worse.
What? Huh? I don't.
Bye.
Pulls out the bag of
Bye.
tricks.
And she leaves.
Before
Okay.
hearing any more of it.
Okay.
3.
Well,
A badger appears.
Mm.
Poof.
That
let's
works.
try. I mean,
'Cause-
how big is the badger? Can the badger drag Yosef?
No, it's not that
Probably
big.
not, yeah.
Nope. Does help
Some of the
though. We are
giant elf
badgering him
necks.
to go
Yeah,
see.
it's not getting any better. Can two? Can a badger and I think a rat?
A giant rat appears.
That's bigger than a badger, probably.
Yeah.
Can badger and rat together drag Yosef?
They can push me. Push
I mean,
each of
yeah,
my
yeah,
one
Keep
just
after the
nudging
other.
him.
and the boar. I'm still on top. I'm not still. I climb back on top of the boar, and command the boar to push him too. So now those three animals are just shoving you down the halls.
Just keeps bumping into Yosef. I'm sorry.
Uh,
I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Are you saying that, Gulliver? Because Eco is not.
No, I'm not.
Yosef
No.
is saying that. Sorry. Sorry. Well,
No, I can't. Just bump. Sorry, bump. Sorry, but it's not Eco saying it. It's none of the animals saying it. It's Yosef.
am I? Oh, sorry. No, don't. Yeah.
By their
I will
powers
have my animals
combined, they are
shove you the whole
trying
fucking way.
to get Yosef to move. To be fair, the boar's having a much better time. Those things are very muscular.
Hmm.
I fought enough in Assassin's Creed. Let me tell you what. Turns out it's just a bullfingo.
Oh. No.
Me and Mace understand that reference.
They weren't as bad in later generations, but
No.
Monster Hunter Freedom Unite and before. Well,
Yes, it's the Freedom Unite one. Just be glad it's not the bull drum. Anyways, do you guys go to the infirmary?
Yes.
Alright.
Well, I don't know if
Indeed.
Joseph is going, but
He's
he's
being-
getting there.
Joseph, are you going to the infirmary one way or another? You have one answer.
Clearly.
and- You have one answer, and it's yes.
Clearly.
Or Eco may kill you.
He does eventually start going on his own because it just gets too awkward being pushed.
I'm sorry.
By a giant rat, a badger, and a boar.
I took the whole army.
Mm.
Didn't get anything better today.
Yeah. If it was an elk, it'd be fine.
Yeah, yeah. I mean the panther too, I guess.
Joseph's a big lad.
Yep.
Panther's
Yeah,
dex, not strength.
Yeah, true. But he can
Alright.
pump too.
All three of you have let me first say, all six of you have arrived at the infirmary, and that's where we'll take a break. This session went in several directions.
Mhm.
Good ones.
Alright, back
Certainly
in a,
interesting ones.
Back in a bit.
I'm gonna grab myself another.
We'll be back. I'm gonna go grab some water.
Chat, I know you know my reaction. Yes, I do. Caravan said that Eco is skipping a step for the similarities between a teacher not knowing something and a student cheating.
Hmm?
About how you were saying that if you don't know something in order to get a good grade, you just cheat.
Yeah. What about it?
Said that that you're skipping a step for the similarities between a teacher not knowing something and a student cheating. I don't know either. Oh,
All that jumped to my
he misinterpreted Aurora for a teacher.
oh, all that jumped to my head and that was just the meme with the step 1, step 2, question 1, question 1, question 1, step 3, profit.
Um, he also said, "Jerk move, Aurora. Listen, she needed to get Yosef to see Rosie. She couldn't really threaten him. She doesn't know him that well.
Also, he might just start crying. That poor guy.
Yeah, and Gulliver is unflappable and would probably go regardless. So she had to figure out a way to get there, and the best way in order to get Yosef to do something, as confirmed by the player Sume, is to essentially peer pressure him.
Yep. Gulliver's kind of a regular over there in the infirmary. Volunteers his time there.
Yep. So, if you don't do this, I won't go to the dance with Eco, which would prompt Eco to force Yosef to go to the infirmary because Eco likes Aurora and wants to go there to go on the date. Yes, it's manipulation. Yeah, it's probably gaslighting. I'm still a little posting on that term. But you know what? It had the intended effect.
Mm.
Thumbs up. Abby, do you like manipulating people? For minor things, yes. If it's for bigger stuff, no, not really. And when I say minor, I'm talking like, hey, a drink sounds nice. Hey, I can get you a drink. Cool, thanks. Stuff like that. Caravan said that he understands her justification and agree Yosef has problems that need solving. He does, yes, he really does need to go to a counselor. And he says that it's more blackmail than gaslighting. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Anybody read any good manga lately?
I
Nope.
bought and read up to volume 2 of Solo Leveling. Been really enjoying that one.
I've been continuing my trek through the Ultraman series. Just finished
I
the Earth Heisei stuff.
Anyone see any of the trailers for that Gamera series that's supposed to come out?
Gamera, yeah, the one on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I like Gamera.
What do you think of the art style they went with for it?
Looks all right. I think a lot of it will matter more when it's in motion and
Mm-hmm.
stills.
Which, by the way, I hope you don't mind that I did that to your character, Sume.
Oh no, probably needed to. Though I have to be honest, it seems like I don't know for sure how much vigor he's got left in him.
Well, we'll find out at the infirmary.
Indeed.
Me, as I look at Good Smiles and really see new Nindoroids and sad that's not Gundam Witch from Mercury stuff yet.
Might not even own Nindoroids. I mean, they own a lot of stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
But
I have
don't know for sure.
I have one Nindo and I love it, and it's the only good thing that came out of those games. Korn from the Fate series of Fire Emblem.
Well, not even serious.
Sorry, Trio.
It's just three mostly connected games that are all kind of not great in a lot of different ways.
No, no, they're not.
Mm.
It's such a pity that the best DS one almost no one else played.
Is that Revelations?
Uh,
'Cause I
no,
think I have that one. Because I know I have
I'm,
all
talk-
three. I just don't have all
I'm
the
talking about
DLC.
Echoes,
Oh,
Shadows of Valentia. I think that was the best 3DS Fire Emblem. Even if it does suffer a little bit because, it's a
That
remake of a really old
okay. I was
game.
about to say I was uncertain if that one was standalone or was that the remake. But yeah, after you saying that,
I mean,
never made
you
my
don't
way
have
through
to
that
play
one.
anything else to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think the only direct reference to stuff in the main game is some characters from one show up who, I mean, keep in mind, these are NES games. These characters are not complicated.
nope.
Yeah.
I
But the
liked
voice work for that
Awakening.
game is great.
I liked Awakening.
I mean, that was fun, but the story was kind of. Eh.
It was the same thing 3 different times in a row.
Yeah, and a little less little worse each time, I think. Well, okay, the Walhart arc was the worst one because it was just, yeah, we're doing this now. I don't know entirely why. You just sort of made it so we have to.
See, Caravan, I would love to understand what you're talking about, but I've never seen American Dad. Wait, no, I've seen some episodes, but I don't know what that is. Anyways, everybody here? Everybody ready?
Yes.
All right. Mace,
Yeah, I'm here.
Suman, oh, Suman must have left.
Sorry.
Okay, and I'm here. I think maybe having an out-of-body experience, which, by the way, update on truck won't know until Monday now. Great.
Oh well.
Yep, it's fine. I got a way to work. All right, so the three of you have entered the infirmary. Dean Lizette is there. Oh, welcome back. You'll be pleased to know that Rosie is capable of speaking now and has asked me to retrieve you three. Since you're already here, makes my job easier. If you need anything, just call. She's right through the door. Points at a door.
Yosef sort of freezes, but a
Yosef
nudge
has
from almost
froze.
anything will get him
Yosef has
advancing.
Yosef has become roadblock.
Just a light hand on the back as we're going in from Gulliver.
Do you force him to go in front of you, or do you enter first? Just
A light
curious.
push to get you in the doorway because I imagine you're just kind of deer in headlights in front of the door.
Oh yeah.
Just like a light push to get you through the doorway. Let's go.
And is Eco still riding a boar?
Yes. Through the door.
Dean Lizette says no animals. Not in the infirmary, please.
The whole party sort of looks a little uncertain.
Not humanoid animals. Animals like yours. Points to
I was
the
about to say,
giant
that's
rat,
racist.
the badger, and the boar.
No animals in here. That's racist.
We got a
How
pangolin man,
does it come out then?
a bird guy, and whatever
Whatever the heck
Gulliver is.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. He drags himself off again. Not really willing, but yeah.
Thank you. Enjoy your conversation. Alright, three of you walk through the door. Some providing a little bit more force to another one. And inside you do see Rosie. Looks like she has a couple of what could only look like burn marks. But you know it's probably from the cone of cold that she suffered, and is definitely missing an arm. She
Yes.
looks up. Oh, it's you three. So you came to visit me. Not you. Sorry.
Oh, did
Was
your
that in
Alexa act
game?
up?
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah,
in
Alexa.
game?
Okay, Alexa
No.
acted up.
No.
I just wanted to make sure, because Yosef would have just left if that was in game.
I thought I had a heart attack. I was like, wait, Rosie did not. No.
The Amazon device reacts.
She means the boar outside as the third one. But Joseph, you can leave.
Yes. Oh.
Or maybe she got hit on the head and now she sees the person in front of her double. But Yosef, you can leave!
Chat, wow, what timing for that? Yeah, I know, right? That was completely out of character towards what Amazon advised. That is not at Yosef. Rosie looks up, sees all three of you enter. Oh, it's you three.
Yusuf can't really manage words, but he does sort of nod and look down.
How are you faring?
Well, I'm alive. I don't really remember what happened, why I'm here, or why I'm missing an arm.
You
But
seemed exceptionally angry at the time.
was I?
I don't know why. I'm sorry.
Sorry for what?
You had challenged Yosef here to a duel.
Why would I?
I
Don't ask us,
know.
ask past yourself.
Hmm. It penultimately ended up leading us into an ambush by a large blue creature that could turn invisible. It had took a large bite out of you. That's why you are currently sans an arm.
Sans?
Yeah, without.
Ah. Oh. I don't remember that.
Let's start with what you do remember. What is the last thing you remember before this incident?
Uh, I remember talking to Dean Tullis, and that was it.
Dean, tell us.
Yeah, she had some questions for me, and was more than happy to answer.
What?
If you don't mind my asking, what were you asking them about?
One second. Just about the Magister's Masquerade. That's all I remember, really. Would you
Hmm.
guys like to insight her?
Yes, please.
All right, have at it.
Yosef isn't going to. Besides, he'd fail anyway.
Ah.
God
Eiko is
dang it.
going to.
Come on, cleric. Come on, wisdom.
What? Wisdom? What's that for?
Our heroes, everybody.
Wisdom, never heard of her.
Is she pretty?
Wisdom, what's that? Can I eat that?
Does it go in a fruit salad?
Wisdom? Is that some kind of kink?
Oh God.
No. It's a special variant of the one you wore mobile suit.
Rickdom!
Is it a big building?
No, that's the Wisdorm.
Ah, yes. A friend of mine was an alumni from there. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
You have no cause to believe her or
Doubt.
doubt her. There we go. Thank you.
Words.
Just trying to recover from the spectacular failures you guys have been rolling all of that day today.
That is my second roll of the game.
Yep.
I had my best, I had my worst.
You wanted to go. You wanted to not go in, but you rolled a natural
Mm-hmm.
20. Oh my
One thing is for certain. Yosef here had shielded you from the blast from said creature. I do not think you'd be here with us without his help.
Uh, I
Did
just,
he?
yeah, it wasn't. I
Took a
just did
great
what
amount
I
of
could.
took a great amount of courage on his part.
She looks to you, Yosef. Thank you, Yosef. I greatly appreciate that, and that sounds very brave. Feel free to roll insight on her.
Yeah, why not?
Please,
Blow
God.
the dice. Blow the dice.
Well,
Yeah, it's good. He just needed a 10. Uh,
Ah!
Dang it, Gulliver. All right, Eco wants to roll.
Yeah. Hey!
Hey,
God bless!
Gulliver, you have no cause to doubt or believe her. Yosef,
Never blame a
especially
victim.
you, Eco. Um, compared to her shouting and yelling at Yosef last night, this is the most genuine smile and thanks that you have ever heard her say
mm,
and give.
uh, uh,
Usually she's all bubbly and happy, but this is more sincere
you're,
and
um,
just extremely thankful.
y- you're welcome. Uh, uh, mm, uh, sorry, I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
Uh, um,
Whispers behind a claw. You being nice!
Who's the you in this situation?
Huh?
Who's the you in this situation?
Rosie.
She's always been nice.
Not to Yosef.
Not to Yosef, yeah!
uh,
Okay, maybe not nice. But she's been more forceful to him because her personality clashes with his.
people thanking me. Uh,
Why would that be weird?
just isn't something that happens a lot.
Well, can only save but so many people in a day. I guess I'm just happy that I was one of them.
Uh, don't, um,
Mm,
go out of your way or anything.
Why would I go out of my way to thank you? You saved me.
Uh,
My hero.
I, right,
Well, spit it out, Yosef. It
I
sounds like you
really,
want to say something, but it feels like you're trying hard not to say it.
the thing is, I don't know what to say. Uh, I,
How about you're welcome?
did I
Hmm?
not say that already? I thought I said that already.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
I'll say it again. You're welcome.
Brain tired. You know,
I'll say it
this works.
again!
This works
I'll
for
say
her
it
because
again.
she's just recovering. Not like that.
Mm,
Uh, uh,
Yosef, you're a kind person. I get that. But you need to take more initiative on things.
little SD Yosef. Unfortunately, my dex is only 12.
Haha, I don't mean stat wise.
I know.
I see that my good luck stone has returned to me.
I figured, given uh, some luck wouldn't be a bad thing. Uh, I don't. Or, sorry. I know
Stop
it's.
saying sorry. You have nothing to apologize for.
But aren't you
But
sort of.
nothing.
Uh, just sort of slumps a bit.
I don't know why I was angry. I don't know why I was even there. I don't know what happened. All I know
Hmm.
is that you three, and especially Yosef, saved my life.
Uh, I'm glad you're mostly all right. Uh,
Thank you.
if you ever need a oh,
You were about to say it, weren't you?
he
Uh,
nods, hangs his head.
Oh, I am well aware that I will be bombarded with hand puns.
I didn't mean it that way. I
You're
really didn't.
fine. I'd give you a hand, but
just I imagine the group just gets a small chuckle out of that one.
Yusuf winces a little.
I can kind of see now why people say laughter's the best medicine.
yes.
Oh,
Well, the students here, some are probably mechanically gifted. Maybe they'll fashion me a new arm. I have heard that losing your arm makes your coolness factor go up significantly.
They say that all the time back home. Hmm.
I mean,
It's a good
is that
thing I'm right handed. She's missing her left.
so? You're saying you'll be all? Oh,
Oh,
I should
what?
just leave.
Why do you think you should leave?
I can't stop saying uh, things.
Become what you must, Sube. Do it! You'll
Don't
drive my
fight it.
chat nuts! And I will revel in it.
This isn't the right character for that.
I know! Also, my mod calling me out. I apologize a lot in real
Mm.
life. It's probably why I'm upset and irritated at Yosef all the time, because it's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I hate it.
Oh, then I have succeeded.
Yep!
Uh,
Yosef, could I ask you a favor?
yes, anything.
No, not anything. Anything will imply that I could take advantage of you, and I don't want to do that.
Uh,
All I want is for you to learn to be kinder to yourself, like you are kind to others.
uh, that sounds hard.
Thanks, Mace. Yes, but I feel you can overcome it. Apparently, you took down a big, giant blue monster that can turn invisible.
Well, Gulliver most of the work.
Flash cuts to Gulliver going toe to toe with an Oni, which sounds metal as heck.
Eh,
For all my training and protection, you did a better job than I could have ever have.
uh,
Anyways, I'm quite tired now, and you and Eco both look like you could use some sleep.
I think Eco is kind of sleeping by now. Like, at least
uh,
on the inside. Maybe with open eyes.
Just zoned out,
Just staring intensely.
dissociating a little bit.
Yep, I'm here for moral support and to get my date.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I guess I'll see you guys when I'm out of the infirmary.
uh, right. Do you want me to do anything for you while you're in here? Like, do you want me to, like, bring you anything, or,
They have people for that, Yosef. You're fine.
okay.
Gulliver, you know this to be true.
You know this to be true.
We are very well staffed and supplied here. Definitely see what kind of cool tricks you can do with your new arm when you get it.
Yeah. Maybe an auto crossbow, cannon, maybe slap a magnet on it so I could use a giant sword.
That sounds better.
The possibilities are endless. Honestly, I might like the new hand better than the old hand.
I hope
She
it's
seems to be
alright.
taking this in stride fairly well.
And Yosef is a little confused about that.
Hey, people cope in different ways.
But she doesn't seem to be mad at him, and that's nice. Well, nicer.
Also feels like she doesn't have no recollection of what the heck happened.
Hmm.
And Yosef isn't quite insightful enough to figure out what
None
that
of
might
you
be.
are.
None of us were. Not a one.
Because
Stat.
Yosef didn't try, but I'm pretty sure he would have failed if he had.
Alright. Would you guys like to call the day end for here to go get some rest?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Alright, all three of you go back to your
Mhm.
dorm.
I hope Gulliver took notes from that class, because I know Yosef didn't.
You think Eco ever takes notes?
I didn't even think about Eco having notes. Nope, not at all. I knew better.
Good.
Sorry, we don't want to see your Aurora doodles.
That's exactly what it is.
Speaking of
Wait.
Yeah,
notes,
there's nothing else there.
speaking of notes, it is the next day and it's now studying day. Hooray.
Yosef is feeling tentatively well
Alright.
enough to study.
So
He
once
will.
again, do you have options? Do you want to pull an all-nighter, skip studying, or study together? We'll go down from a direction. Eco, would you like to skip study, or would you study together? Certain someone, or would you just like to pull an all-nighter?
You would know
Hmm.
at this point that Gulliver always has open invites to anyone that wants to join his study session.
Yeah.
How afraid is Eco of Aurora's blackmail prize?
Uh,
I mean,
Hmm.
you could probably just go up and tell her that, hey, you visited her.
Huh? It cut out. Sorry, what?
I mean, you could always just find her and tell her that, hey, you guys went to visit Rosie as asked, and Yosef did go.
Yeah, no, more afraid of like that she'll blackmail him with if he doesn't study.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know that.
He's now concerned in the back of his mind
Yeah,
because of that now. She's done it once.
she's done it once. She might do it again,
I mean,
and it
she
worked. That's the worst part.
she hasn't really gotten on your case about studying. She just didn't like the fact that you cheated.
Yeah, I know.
So there's a
It was more the
difference.
blackmail stuff. Like
Mm.
she'd done it once, she might do it again.
Depends. Do you want to take that gamble?
I mean, do you
Yeah,
want to
that's.
roll something to see
Mm.
how confident you aren't going to get blackmailed? Or do you.
Yeah, let's roll for it.
Roll
Alright,
the dice.
give me a regular 20. 110 is bad, 10 or 11, 20 is good.
That was a 7.
Oh my.
7
7 or
out.
20?
Yeah, 7 out of 20.
Not sure what that. Well,
Rolling 20. 20.
it's got to be a D20.
Uh,
7 RD20.
Eventually, something will happen.
I can do it.
9.
9. You are uncertain.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. You cannot
Yeah.
discount.
It might happen.
Anything that can will happen.
And honestly, talking to Yosef about it is not the best option in that case, I think. Yo, what you thinking? Won't you blackmail me again?
What? I mean, maybe? Is that a
I
bad
knew
thing?
it.
Good thing? I don't know.
I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, I won't stop you.
Oh.
That's a weird fetish.
Oh, yuck, you're young.
Stop ruffling my feathers. Okay, we had enough puns today. Never.
You can never
Yeah,
have
he
enough
will.
puns.
No, never.
So you want a group study?
He will sit there again and try and study again.
So
Like the last times, just sitting there and like listening and
Alright, so I would probably,
pretending to be there. No.
because you are trying to study,
Mhm.
I would say give me a history check because you're
That's gonna
looking
be
at books.
great, yes.
Alright, you tried to pull out some books. You tried to study, you pulled out some books, the words aren't making any sense. And while you are about 3 pages in, you look up and you see Aurora standing in front of you.
Looks back into the book.
I enjoy doing this to you.
Oh, and joining us in this study session would be my Crassus, which you two would know to be named Swift.
Well,
You may, either one of you, touch him
depends.
to use Council of the Past.
Is Eco studying alone?
Good question.
No, I'm studying with the others. Like
Okay.
I'm listening in.
Woo!
All right then. So you see Aurora standing in front of you, and you quickly look down. Back to your book. Hello, Eco.
Hi.
I heard that and you three, including Yosef, went to the infirmary to visit Rosie yesterday. Thank you. I'd like to apologize for blackmailing you.
Ah, it's okay.
It's just from what I've seen of Yosef, it feels like he just needed a certain push, and but like anything I would say would just fall on deaf ears. And Gulliver is unflappable and nonplussed about certain things.
That
So
sounds
Yes.
like him.
I apologize that I had to use you instead.
Ah, it's forgiven.
Do you still want to go to the dance with me?
Yes.
I mean, if they didn't, would the blackmail have mattered?
I mean, is the blackmail working if the thing you're using as blackmail is of non-importance to the person?
I mean, importance. The meaning of importance to anything varies from person to person to begin with. So, just because someone might think it's unimportant, another person could think it's very important.
True,
So,
but it would not have worked
maybe
if it wasn't important.
the way that Eco reacted it seems to be very important to him.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm losing something in translation here.
Oh well, just keep going.
Tired
Yeah.
brain. We'll take nap after this. Okay. Well, I have some designs I'd like to run through. Would you prefer matching outfits or no?
Yes.
Yes to the matching outfits. Okay. And this is essentially what you're studying is because he's getting no studying done.
Yep. That sounds about right.
All right. So,
The rest
Gulliver.
of the studies were spent on drawing outfits.
Are you also with us, Yosef?
Uh, if you invited him, he'd have come.
Yeah,
And this
Gulliver would
is
have invited you.
about history and ancient lore, right?
Mm.
Yep.
And
A lot
then
of it is very
Actually,
poetic.
let me rephrase that. This is historical relics in magic and commonly used magic devices.
Mhm.
Hmm. Well, Yosef does happen to notice that a lot of ancient writing has a sort of poetic quality, which makes it easy to turn into something more memorable for him, which is obviously music.
Mhm. Into rhyme and prose.
Alrighty. Give me a performance check with advantage because you're studying together.
Whift would walk up to you and ask to be petted. Would you like to pat the creature, the mascot?
It's it's not human. It's not nearly as scary.
Hmm. So
Yes,
add a
Ah.
d4 to your roll. Council of the past.
Ooh.
I should have added that to my thing. But let's see what we get.
Alright.
15.
16 plus a d4.
Ooh.
You gotta pull out the D4. 17. Oof.
All right. It's a plus something.
It's 1 point better than it would have been.
You get one reroll.
Woo.
No,
Congrats. You barely made it.
you know, it would have helped to have. Oh, right. I haven't done it yet. Have I? No, I have not. Sorry. I
Talking
forgot
about
that
your
I had
club.
not opened my thing in this word processor yet.
Ah. Alright, Gulliver. You eco off to the side of Aurora doing their own thing.
Mhm.
No studying is happening over there. Yosef seems to maybe have perked up after yesterday's chat with Rosie. You're not entirely
That's
sure,
good.
but he seems to have figured out a way to memorize things. What would you like to do?
He would do as he always does, pore over the library trying to find relevant books on the matter.
All right, give me a
All the
history
while,
check.
Swift following along behind him, kind of encouraging him, giving him a pat as he sets down.
All right, history check. With
History check.
advantage. With advantage, because you are studying together.
And then gonna do that council of the past as well for D4 as well.
Woo!
Yeah, and I got to reset myself. Whoops.
Woo!
Okay. On 1D4. That's a question mark.
19.
All right.
Probably one reroll.
Yep, you got one reroll.
Woo. One reroll.
All right. You do find quite a bit of information on magical artifacts and whatnot, especially helpful because you are a Lorehold student, if I remember correctly.
You are correct, sir.
So, very easy to find. You've perused some of them. You've seen that some of the most commonly magic items is very interesting because some border on the super useful to why does this even exist? Like, what is the purpose of a wand of frowns? And with that, it's
To
time
make more
for
people look like Yosef.
the following day is now test day.
Mhm.
Dean Tullis hands out the test sheets. Alright, class, please. You have this amount of time to the period. Please fill them out properly and correctly with proper spelling. Please. Thank you. You may now begin. Alright, let's go one by one. Let's say your mascot is not allowed.
That's fine.
Joseph, Eric Gulliver. Wrong person.
I mean,
I got
if
what
I
you
had one, it wouldn't be allowed either. So
Yeah.
Alrighty, Eco. Commonly used magic devices. Identifying types of magic devices from battlefield magic items, objects useful as a spell foci. Roll me an Arcana check, please. Wow.
Woo.
not bad.
I am
Holy
just that
crap.
good.
Whoo! Whoo! Alright, well,
I
let's...
mean, to be fair, they are talking about using the mask charm to prepare the garments for the thing, and that is a
Yeah.
magic item.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what you did. You basically wrote about the mask. You, as a cleric, your spell foci is your holy symbol. And you feel like you gave a competent answer, but not an amazing answer, but you succeeded.
Hmm.
Barely.
Hmm.
Gulliver! Same question,
Woo.
same check.
Okay.
And you do have a reroll.
That's
Mm.
Did you want to use your reroll?
I'm gonna kick myself, but I'm gonna say no.
Alright then. Gulliver, unfortunately, you stumbled on some of the questions. Seems you may have forgotten a little bit of knowledge from yesterday, so you don't do nearly as well. Yosef, you start humming your little limerick poem to yourself. Roll me an Arcana check. And you do have a reroll.
I might as well use it.
All right. Your poem seems to pay off because the stanzas in it are basically exactly on the test for your questions. You actually feel pretty good about it this time.
Mm-hmm.
And now the second question. Writing a short essay about historical relics and how they were famously used in ritual magic.
Mm-hmm.
Eco,
Now,
you shall go first. I need a history check.
Oh God. Yeah, history's not my subject.
You're like, I did okay with the first half. I scraped by. That's fine. I wonder what
Nah,
kind of fabric we'll have for
he
the
just has no
outfits.
idea about history. I mean, pretty much every history check I did on this character. Nope.
I mean, it's a
It's
plus
fitting.
0. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Gulliver.
Has no intelligence.
Yep.
You're now on the essay question. You didn't do too great on the multiple choice question.
You do have a
Roll
reroll.
me,
I
roll a history, and you do have a reroll.
I'm gonna reroll.
All right.
Yeah, no reason not to.
Yeah, let's not waste the reroll on something that I wasn't good at. Let's aim for something I was good at.
Oh,
Question mark.
even now.
Question mark.
You look at the page.
You scrape together something, but you
Mm,
recognize it's not
Yeah.
great writing.
The explanation falls short.
My notes were shoddy this time.
Yosa, feeling good about the multiple choice portion, you get down to the essay portion.
And let's roll. Mm, not great.
Not
I
great.
remember something, but I don't remember all the details.
Multiple choice is much easier to answer than an essay.
Yep. Like,
And
it turns into an all right essay, but it doesn't have a lot of solid information in it. Like, I forget what the thing is called and get some of the details of what it does wrong.
all right, as you all pass in your tests, Dean Tullis looks down. Oh, I thought I expected a little bit better than this, Gulliver. You apparently did not pass any of these questions. You failed.
Mm-hmm.
So you are now barred from club activities and your job.
Yep.
Iko and Yosef. She looks at them. Huh. Despite the interference from the previous class, Mr. Iko, it seems you passed. Congratulations. And you
Thank
did
you.
as well, Yosef. I'm happy that your education has come much further. You both get one student die, D4.
Mm,
And just to be clear, it is in Arcana only.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Arcana for the both of you. Alright, and with that, it seems.
Hang on. Okay, sorry.
Alright, now the class, since your advanced arcane history exam is over, you will have a couple of weeks before the fashion show for the Masters Masquerade, and we'll be able to give you the theme in the following day. Oh, wait,
oh.
never mind. It actually tells you right now. So your fashion show for the Masters Masquerade every year has a theme, and the theme for this year is a starlit evening.
Uh-huh.
Just as the light from the
Mm,
stars is visible for thousands of years, so too do we want to see the students' attire shine with the same wonder as history. If you
uh-huh.
also show me some evocative costume designs for Strixhaven's history, I may even toss in some extra credit. I know a few of you may need it. Looks like Gulliver.
1,000-yard stare.
But I'm good at history. History is my thing.
Alright, so you guys now know that the theme for the masquerade is a starlit evening.
And deleting all this. Yeah.
Whew, man.
Oh well. Sometimes the dice, they be cruel.
No, I'm just doing a little bit of pre-reading.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to attack us at the fashion show?
Shrugs.
Oh boy.
Alright, and as the students clamor about the theme and fashion designs, Yosef, you may have gotten a little bit of peace of mind with Rosie. Gulliver, nothing has changed. Actually, no, you failed your first ever test.
Yes. Just staring at the results of the paper.
Big fat F.
Hey, we all failed at least once now.
Yeah. And
Some of us more than once.
and Eco dreaming of a fantastic evening with Aurora
Mhm.
with the theme Starlit Night. This is where we will end our session for today. Yeah.
Yusuf failed 3 tests.
Oh man, it's good to be back in Strixhaven.
That's
So,
wild.
how many months do you think it'll be to the next one?
Hopefully not a well. Hopefully in August.
Gulliver failed one of the few tests that had history as a subject.
Actually, it is technically supposed to be July 29th, but I'm not doing the stream that day because FanFest in America is that weekend, and I
Fair
will
enough.
be watching it digitally.
So then, the 12th, maybe, of August? I don't know for sure.
I'm not sure if that works.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, because then we don't have a fan fest, but we have a convention here on that weekend.
Mhm. Mhm.
Ah, perfect. Another long hiatus.
Let's go.
Just what the doctor ordered.
This seems to be a recurring thing for us. Anyways, I'm gonna end the recording.
I mean, it's always hard to find dates where people have time.
Scheduling conflicts is the biggest issues with D&D.
Yep. I mean, I don't know how long it has been since my life game was,
Oof.
but I think that was before May. Let me check.
Alright, I'll do the sign-outs. Thank you all for coming. Greatly appreciated. I am Evia. Joined by Kiyo Sume and Mace of Spades for Strixhaven. A lot of funny stuff, a lot of heavy stuff. Good mix ish. Stream schedule tomorrow. DOS 2 looks like Mason Sume.
I think I'm available.
I don't believe I have
Should
any
be.
plans.
Hopefully
Yeah, I
DOS
should
2. If not, I'll do a makeup stream of Valhalla. Other than that, Wednesday is no stream. Me and my buddy Salik are going to watch episodes 5 and 6 of Witch from Mercury. Thursday will be Pokemon Scarlet. Friday will be Valhalla and FF16. Boy, things went in a direction in FF16, and those were just side quests. And Saturday is no stream because there's no D&D, and I might do Witch from Mercury watch party with some people. So till then, follow me on YouTube at Ebia7, capital Ebia number 7, and Twitter at Ebia Gaming. Bye.